Yo, what is going on today, everybody, and welcome back to another Fortnite Chapter 4 video. In today's video, we're going to be doing something slightly different than my typical video. As you guys know, I'm kind of just waiting for the solo cash cup to come back this weekend, and there hasn't been much to post on. I could post another duos tournament video because of FNCS going on, but I've already done a video like that on my channel, and if you haven't checked that out, by the way, that'd mean a lot to me. So instead of doing that, what we're going to be tackling in today's video is we're going to be watching pro players from their previous solo victory cash cups, and we're going to be analyzing their gameplay. I felt like this is something that would help not only me as a player to learn some of these things about my game that I need to improve, but maybe something that you guys as the viewers and also as players can maybe adapt into your game to help you to improve in the solo cash cup and get better placements and hopefully qualify. If you guys enjoy these types of videos and you want to, you can subscribe. It is absolutely free, as well as using code JCMYT in your Fortnite item shop. Now, what I feel like the majority of people need to work on is the qualifying round. So I'm going to choose the most recent round that I qualified in, and we're going to go find some pros. This was first place. We have TK. He's a GOAT. Looking at his match history, he started his tournament off with a 15 kill win. Now, here's the thing. I could break down this pro's game, right? He had a 15 kill win, an 11 kill second, and then another 11 kill win, as well as some extremely consistent placements throughout this tournament. But analyzing this guy's tournament is not going to help the majority of people, because let's be realistic, the majority of people are not going to be able to fight as well as this player. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick an underrated GOAT, and we're going to take some tips from the player that I choose that's going to help the majority of people who aren't the most god tier fighters in the world, because odds are you're not the best fighter in the world, and you just want to have some tips and tricks to help you to qualify. By the way, I haven't been through this before I recorded this video. I'm just randomly choosing somebody who qualified. Person that I'm going to be analyzing in this video is Ken Bean, none other than the man, the myth, the legend himself. As you guys can see, he ended on 113 points, which was 5 points clear of the qual. If you look at his match history, he only played 8 of his matches, and I'm only going to choose one match of his to analyze. So you could look through his placements here. He had a 2 kill 41st, which isn't the best first game. And then he got a 5 kill 6th place, which is a lot better, obviously. He had an 8 kill first, which is probably the game we're going to analyze. And then the rest of these, nothing crazy. He got a 43rd, a 14th, a 9th, a 16th, like nothing really insane. Yet he was still able to qualify. So what is this thing that he is doing that is exactly getting him this qualification? Let's go ahead and let's find the game that he won, and let's watch. I'm going to watch the 3 main parts of this game: the early game, the mid game, and the late game, and we're going to be analyzing exactly what it is that he is doing, not only to win the match, but also to qualify to finals. So I'm imagining a lot of you probably know of Ken Beans, Jiven, maybe you even watch a lot of their videos, and you may be familiar with their drop spot is this little building here in the snow biome. Now, if I had to guess, he's choosing this spot because he likely knows he's going to get at least a kill off spawn, which is good towards his points, and that's exactly what it looks like. He is contested here, but look at his drop. This is one thing that is going to be important in any solo tournament that you have to master if you want to qualify, is how good your drop is. You can maybe make a drop map, that way you can get the perfect drop for your spot every single game. Doing this is going to ensure that you win your off spawns, which easily is the most important part of any tournament solo match. As you guys can see, he gets right here, he lands on the pistol. Immediately he's shooting at this guy because he knows he doesn't have a weapon and it's easy kill. That is how simple that is. Just get the better drop and you will win your off spawn 9 out of 10 times. Another thing that I would like to say is the drop spot itself. Make sure you're landing at the same spot and practicing how to loot that spot consistently, whether it be in arena or scrims. That way, by the time tournament comes, you will know the place like the back of your hand, and you will have everything down way better than your opponents. So he spends the majority of the next 3 minutes just looting, getting his mats up. He's looting all of these coolers in this area. This is one thing I will always say, is that whatever you carry weapons wise, it's always preference and what you feel like you're the best with, whether that be a Scar, a Red Eye, an SMG pump combo. As long as you are confident and know where your skill is with these weapons, it doesn't really matter what you run. If I had to give you my recommendation, I would carry pump pistol in most of your matches. That way you can carry 2 heals and preferably a hammer. As you guys can see, we are now 5 minutes into his game, and he's just now thinking about rotating. So he is not afraid to spend a lot of time at his drop spot, getting his mats, getting his loot. And as you can see, he's actually carrying the pump pistol combo like I mentioned before. He's got this guy shooting him in the back, so he's just trying to rotate away because he knows he has a hammer. He actually gets his shield cracked right there, but I don't think he's looking to fight this player. Once you have a hammer in these solo victory cash cups, your #1 priority should be to win the match. You don't need to go crazy, pop off, get 15 plus kills. You're not Peterbot. Remember, you're just trying to qualify to finals. And Ken Beans right here, he knows this. He knows he has the win condition, and now he's getting W keyed, so he's actually being forced to fight right here. He could hammer away, but it's not wise because he'll likely just get beamed. And this kid is super aggro, so he's likely just gonna chase anyways. Okay, so he's sitting behind a window edit trying to take some piece control. He notices that the guy is building up. It looks like he's just playing safe, and now he does decide to hammer away. Okay, he uses all 3 hammers. He takes a bit of damage, but I think he knows that the other player might not have a hammer, so he knows that he has that movement advantage. To me, it seems like he just wants to keep his distance and try to make it to endgame because he knows how placement heavy these tournaments are. I guarantee you, a player as good as Ken Beans, if kills were worth 3 points, he would already be fighting and trying to kill this guy because it would be more worth it. But you have to keep in mind that kills are only worth 1 point. It's not worth throwing a whole match if you have a hammer just for 1 point, guys. Okay, so this is a new player. Okay, he notices that that player dies, so he's going for the extra loot and the mats, and he is in and out. He is not spending too much time there. Oh, he actually gets fried right here. Okay, so what does he do in this situation? How does he make it out with his life right here? It doesn't seem like he gets keyed immediately. He's able to get the minis off, but now he is getting hard keyed. So what does he do in this situation? He gets hammered down, and now he's trying to hammer away. He's wasting a lot of mats, but I think that's an okay thing, especially when you're getting W keyed by a certified psycho, and he's ultimately just hammering out. So the moral that I'm taking out of this is do not be afraid to use your mats. Mats can always be reformed. If it means that you're gonna save your life versus a W key psycho, then use as many mats as you feel. Especially since he knew there was a refresh right here from before, he just goes right back to this and gets the extra mats again. A lot of people think, wow, you're just so much better than everyone. Why don't you just W key, get the kills? You just got to remember that placement points are way, way more heavy, guys. It is just not worth it to take stupid fights. Even as low elo as this game is, he only has 30 points, right? So you would probably think that, yeah, he's a 10 times better player than most of these people. He could easily kill them if he wanted to. And if he did not have a hammer, I guarantee you money that he would be killing these players for their hammer. All right, so now it looks like he's just trying to rotate, get his brick back up. Let's go ahead and skip ahead. All right, so we're a little bit later on into the match. As you can see, he has his materials back up. Looks like he's going over to Slappy, maybe to max his metal, if I had to guess. That's a very important thing that you want to know about the map, guys. You need to learn this map, where the metal spawns are. Every little bit of materials counts, okay? You want to have as many as you can, but you don't want to go at stupid times. As you see, he is mid-game right here, and he knows he's really close to zone, so now is the perfect time for him to go and farm his metal. Especially if you do have a hammer, it's not mandatory to have capped materials at 555. You can get away with having like 533 if you have a hammer, because you're not going to be needing to use as many mats late game. But as always, you want to try to cap those materials. Alright, so right here, he looks like he actually gets into a fight while rotating to zone mid-game, and it looks like he's taking a sneak play. This is the #1 tip that I want to give you guys. Look at this. A sneak play, and he deals about 70 damage right there, and now he has the advantage of 70 HP, and he is getting in because he knows the advantage he has. Taking these fights on edge zone mid-game can typically be easier to not get third-partied because you're not at the center of the map where most of the people are. He'd likely just noticed that this guy was unaware and probably an easy kill. Oh yeah, he cracks his shield right there. Takes piece control, and that was a Twitch kid, so he eliminated a pretty sweaty kid right there. Just a great choice to make a sneak play on that player, knowing how unaware he was. If you see people like that, make the sneak play. Don't just run at them, shoot, get in their box, because you're giving them a chance to retaliate. You don't want to do that. He is now capped materials, really good loot, max heals, hammer. It's really starting to make sense how easily he was able to win this game. Okay, so now that we have saw his early game and his mid game, let's move on to late game. Right here, he's in half and half. He sees that this guy's getting lobby focus, so he joins in. Why not? You have 400 ammo. Oh, yep, there it is. Easy refresh. If you see somebody getting lobbied, then 9 times out of 10, that's an easy kill. Oh, okay, wow. He actually got took down really far, but he has the Danger Hero perk, alright? So if you see Danger Hero, always take it. As you can see right there, it got him all the way back up to 100 HP pretty much. So if you do get in a pickle like he did there, it's going to save you a lot of your heals. Seems to me like he just wanted the refresh off that guy, which if it were me, I wouldn't even be going for this loot. You already have a hammer, max mats, max heals. I would just be playing myself and trying to make it as far as possible in late game. Alright, he gets a max zone pull. What does he do here? I think maybe he's looking for some kills, because although kills are only 1 point, late game is a great time to take easy kills, because a lot of people are unaware of their surroundings in late game because of all the sounds. So that's exactly what he's doing right here. He's just pressuring this guy, trying to chip him down if he can. He gets a refresh on his heals right there and some of his mats. Yep, picks up the chugs, and now he is hammering. So right here, that was his first rotate. He's just landing early and basing. Even though he's not all the way in yet, he knows he has a hammer. He's looking back for a refresh there, which is really smart. I wonder if he actually gets this refresh. He notices that he's in wood. And yeah, just like that, it all came down to his aim. If you notice that someone's in wood in-game, it's likely an easy kill. Alright, right here, he's just rotating with his hammer. Alright, he claims a little spot right here. He's looking good. He's on low ground. And see, at this point in the game, he already has 4 kills. He's in late game. He doesn't even have to go for kills if he doesn't want to, but he knows it's going to be easier to qualify if he does get as many kills as possible in late game. As you notice, the theme here is he is waiting for Storm to touch him until he hammers. So right there, Storm got to him and he hammers, and now he's front again. If you play patient in these late games and hammer at the perfect times, you're going to be putting yourself in the best position. What does he do right here? Can't take this player's wall. This is a common struggle that I have. Finally gets the wall. Alright, this player just hammers away. He's not worried about it. He's just chilling. Now he's hammering. Alright, we're front zone. He's just chilling in a box. He's basically letting the lobby do the work for him. He's getting mad placement from this. Notice how, again, he is just waiting for Storm to touch him for him to hammer. That is one thing that is really, really smart, because it's not going to end up getting him focused. If you're the first person to hammer, you're also going to be the first person to get shot. He gets the piece on this guy. Doesn't look like he picks up that kill, unfortunately. Notice he hasn't pulled a single zone to him since first moving, yet he is still doing such a great job of just staying alive. Hammers ahead right here. Gets a big crack on that player. Looks like someone's trying to take his high ground from him. He lets that player have the height. Decides to hammer up on him. And now he has height again. These solo matches can get so hectic with these hammers. And it does look like he has officially claimed the high ground, but he gets chopped out. Oh my god, that was so close. Knowing that he has that hammer, he has no fear of keeping the high ground. High ground in solos is still, it's kind of risky because of all the hammers, but it's still the #1 place to be. Oh, big shot right there. You cannot get shots like that unless you're on height. Takes this player's wall. Oh, he had Danger Hero. He would have killed that guy if he didn't have Danger Hero. But as you notice, just sitting on height, not using too many materials, pressuring as many people as possible. This is a textbook competitive solo in-game. He's just sitting up on top of this hill, watching for people to hammer up. Wow, great aim on that guy. He does pick up these mats. Kind of risky though. He doesn't have height anymore. Okay, so what does he do in this situation late game when someone takes the height? Okay, it looks like he's trying to play a lower layer. I believe it's a 1v1 at this point. That Danger Hero is insane. It's literally healing him without him even healing. Wow, all the way up to 100 HP. Insane. Hammers up. And that's just a free kill. On Revised, that was another pro player he just eliminated. So as you can see, these late games, they get very chaotic, but there are some things that you can practice and maximize as a skilled player that will ensure you a higher probability of winning in these tournament matches. Right there, he was just playing height with his hammer, using the least amount of mats as possible, and just holding people below him, not letting them take the high ground. And as you noticed in that late game, he didn't even start with having the high ground. He played a mid-ground layer the entire late game. He waited until like 3rd or 4th moving to try and take height. By playing that late game on a mid-ground layer, using his hammer at the time of the Storm catching up to him, it allowed him to save a ton of mats in order to make that high ground play later on. Very, very well played with an 8-kill win by your boy Ken Beans. It just goes to show you do not have to be a freak animal fighter in order to qualify for these finals. Now, before we do end off this video, I wanted to mention a few things that a lot of people I know have questions about. What happens if you just have terrible luck and you cannot find a hammer? There are multiple ways that you can get movement without your hammer. You can get the redeploy augment, you can combine that with impulses. It's a very underrated strategy that will still allow you to make it to in-game and do really well and get top 5s. The moral here is to just play smart. You don't have to go crazy and get so many kills. As long as you play your late game really, really smart like Ken did there, using your hammer to your advantage, taking the best position in late game. I'm pretty sure there was a stretch of like a full minute in that late game where he didn't even get kills. He just stayed alive and he won the match. This is something that anybody can do on any ping. If you guys know me, if you've watched me, you know I play on 50 ping, which does put me at a disadvantage against a lot of these low ping warriors in these tournaments. But you don't need insane internet in order to qualify in these tournaments, all you need is a good brain, a little bit of fighting experience, of course, because you are going to need kills. You can't qualify if you have 0 kills. That's just the moral of the story. You do have to get some kills here and there, but you don't have to frag out. All it takes is a few refresh kills per match, and you can qualify just as easily as Ken did. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to drop me a like. I hope you did learn something from watching one of these pro players like Ken. He is an amazing player. I'm going to have more tournament videos coming soon. Like I said at the intro, this was just a video to kind of hold over the time until those tournaments come back for my channel. We're going to be competing in this 6th week of solos very, very soon, so I hope to see you guys then. If you want to watch another video of mine, it's on screen now. That would mean the absolute world to me. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the very next video. Peace.